All right, good morning. Welcome to the Architectural Review Board of Town of Southampton. Now come to order. Welcome to the August 5th meeting. Will you please all stand so we can do the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Ron.
Very welcome, Mr. Chairman.
Will Mr. Wright call the roll?
Yes. Mr. Hallinan?
Present.
I'm present. Mr. Taglavia?
Here.
Mrs. Keys? Absent. Mr. Burke?
Here.
Mr. Rumpf?
Here.
Chairman Jakowski?
Here.
We're all here with quorum, Mr. Chairman.
Excellent, thank you. Did the board members that were present at the last meeting review the minutes? Were there any errors or omissions?
I'm sorry.
Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. Any business that's not on the agenda that needs to come before?
I have nothing.
All right, so we will start with the agenda. So the first one is the site plan review, 70 and 80 Scuttle Hole Road.
Good morning. Would you mind if we sat up here, or do you want us to?
You can come right here, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Morning. Morning.
Steve.
Thank you.
All right. While Steve is getting set up, I'll just do a quick introduction. Good morning, everyone. Nice to see you all again. It's been a while since I've been before this board. Brant Reiner from Nelson Pope & Voorhees here on behalf of the applicant. We are presenting to you today a project that is a combination of two properties. The idea was to create one curb cut for the commercial use of two adjoining properties. The applicant owns both of them as individual parcels, but again, the idea was to create one curb cut to limit traffic as it enters the property and exits the property. So 70 Scuttle Hole Road is the property that would be to the slightly south part of Scuttle Hole Road. 80 is to the north, so the 80 is the triangular piece, 70 is the elongated piece. 70 Scuttle Hole Road is proposed to be developed with a 3,000 square foot footprint building. First floor would be used for a landscape company's office. It is not a special contractor use. This is the office space strictly for office staff. Both properties are zoned office district, and all uses proposed within the two properties have been deemed by the chief building inspector as permitted or special exception uses for the property. This project is currently under site plan review by the planning board. We are nearing the end of that. We have to this point received no public objections to the project, and I can explain to you a little bit of details as to why that will be. So again, 70 Scuttle Hole Road is where the Hampton Yards landscape office will be, and then on the second floor there will be one workforce housing unit. The 80 Scuttle Hole Road property, again, the triangular piece, will be another 3,000 square foot footprint building, and it will house the Hudson Helping Hands facility for autistic children and their family. This facility is the first of its kind on the east end of Long Island and is desperately needed. It is a major community benefit, and the owner of the property is working with Hudson Helping Hands to provide them this space for use of people all along the East End. So that will be on the first floor and the basement of the building, and then on the second floor will be two workforce housing units. So the project has a twofold community benefit. One is the Hudson Helping Hands component, and the other is workforce housing units. Again, just to reiterate, we are in the site plan special exception use review process, nearing the end with the planning board. And we are nearing the end of the Suffolk County Health Department review process. The existing conditions of the site are such that there is one residential use on the 70 parcel, and the triangular piece is currently vacant. But if you've driven by the property, there are good-sized street trees that line both properties. They will remain intact. And there's also an existing privet hedgerow along the street front as well. And the idea is to either maintain that or recreate it as part of a visual buffer from the street. With that being said, the design team is here today to present to you the architectural elements, and I can help answer any other details if you have them. Questions about details if you have them. So with that, I'll hand it over to Steve, and he can introduce himself.
Great, thank you. I'm Steve Soul from Barrel Soul Architects. So we're doing the design for both the buildings. I'm going to start with the elevations for Hudson Helping Hands. So the buildings were designed as sort of pairs, sort of twin buildings. So they're very similar in terms of the overall massing of the building, the detailing, the materials are all very similar. The main difference is the program on the inside, and then some of the window openings shift depending on the program for the building. So this is the Hudson Helping Hands building. The building is a very simple gabled structure. It's got also a simple shed dormer on both sides, and that's where the workforce housing is located on the second floor. The materials of the building we've laid out there, but on this board, the primary walls are going to be a stucco finish, which is that finish there. The roof is going to be a standing seam metal roofing for both the main roof and then the gabled roof. And then the dormer material, the trim work, and certain areas like this inset porch and this overhang barrel at the entry are all going to be natural weather cedar. So that will gray over time. And then the windows are going to be an aluminum system. This is a corner unit for the aluminum system that we're using. So that will be a dark bronze color. So the building will generally be sort of a different tones of gray. And then in terms of the elevations, this bottom elevation is the west elevation. This is the main entry from the parking area. You come in through this centered piece of glass here. There's a secondary entry over on this side, and that goes up to the second floor to the workforce housing units. So there's two separate entries into the building. This is the east elevation. This is the elevation that faces the road. There's one big panel of glass, which is operable. During events, they'll be able to open that up and use the yard. And then we're also noting some locations for potential signage, future signage, and then future solar panel locations as well, which will be needed for the HERS. And then we're also just showing sort of lighting, which will be dark sky compliant. And we have some specs if you guys need to see more detail on any of that. So this next sheet is the north and south elevations. So with these, you get a sense of the shape of the building. Again, very simple gabled volume, low roof line. So there's minimal visual impact from the road. Stucco gable ends. Same window system on the north and south. And then the sides of these dormers will be that weathered wood material. And then if you guys don't have any questions about this, I'm going to move to the other building elevations.
Go right ahead. Yeah.
So these are the elevations for the Hampton Yard offices. Again, very similar in terms of the detailing, the overall massing of the building, same materials I mentioned before. Some of the window openings are different just in terms of the interior layout of the building dictating some of those openings. Same entry, right? You enter through the center of the building. This large panel of glass. This entry faces north. And then the short end of this building is facing the road. This is the south elevation.
Excuse me, Steve. Kelly, can you just put up the site plan? Just so we know. Okay,
So
great.
this is the building to the left.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yeah.
Right, and you enter through the right side of that
Yep.
building, so that is this
Thank you.
elevation here. So the center of the building, like the other building, is the sort of glassy zone of the building that you come into. South elevation. These buildings are essentially mirrored
Mhm.
in terms of the massing. And then similar north, east-west glazing. So this is facing east, this is the elevation facing the road, and then this is the west elevation that's facing the Hampton Yards parking area.
Did you, what was the screening? Did you comment on that? From the road, you really can't see much of the property, right?
Correct. So right now, there is a hedgerow. It's pretty substantial. Would you say it's about 10 feet?
About 10 feet tall, yep. And a layer of, I believe they're maples in front as well. So it's pretty substantial screening from the street already.
And we can get more into the landscape details once Steve is finished.
Sure.
If you have more to
Do
present.
you guys want any detail on the interior layouts, or?
Nope, just the exterior, please.
So Sarah, would you like to give them a quick overview of the landscape?
Would you like to sit in the middle?
Yeah. So just to go through some of the perimeter screening, like we mentioned before, the front is pretty well screened already with the existing
Thank you.
trees and the privet hedge along the edge. The rest of the property is going to be bunkered in with additional hedging. And then the idea is to really create kind of a veil of screening with some large deciduous trees around the property to just help scale down the building a bit. So from the road, really this is the only point of entry from Scuttle Hole Road into the site. So we've created a veil of like large London plane trees that will help scale down the Hudson's Helping Hands building, as well as some tupelo trees to help screen down the Hampton Yards office building as well. So, I mean, pretty much the rest of the site is kind of marketed towards parking and, you know, the needs of the different spaces, but there is a little bit of a lawn panel in the front as well, and some just ornamental plantings around the buildings.
Sarah, is that on the south side, you know, of the property? Just by your thumb, your right thumb there?
Here.
That whole side does also have screening?
Yep,
All
all
of
of this
that
has,
whole all
yeah,
the way?
This green line here is all hedging around the entire property.
Okay,
So
great.
we're pretty much bunkered in everywhere
Great.
on the property.
Okay.
And for full context, a property immediately to the south is LaGuardia Design
Correct.
Building. And it's, if you've driven by there, it's fully landscaped and sort of tucked into the landscaping. The idea is to sort of mesh this in with that. And then you have the railroad tracks immediately to the west. And on the west side of that are a series of farm fields. So the property is going to be very well mixed into a transitional zone, which is exactly what the zoning sort of intended it to be. You know, as you move around the area. And then, sorry, across the street to the east is I can't remember the name of the church. January, what's the name?
Greece.
Grace Presbyterian Church.
Yes, Grace Presbyterian Church. Any questions?
Does that conclude?
That's it.
All right,
That's
good.
all we have for now.
All right, Mr. Teglavie is the lead, so we're going to let him take the floor.
Yeah, so I think you guys did a great job to maintain the existing screening and add supplemental screening on the elevations or the property lines that do not have the natural existing screening. I think the materials of the building are very fitting to the area and lend itself to just sort of fade away into the landscape. I think it's well designed with also some additional trees on the inside, and I don't see any issue. I would recommend approval as submitted.
All right, thank you. Mr. Rowe?
I have no issues, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Burke?
No issues.
Mr. Wright?
No, I'm good.
Mr.
No
Allen?
issues, Mr. Chairman.
All right, and I'm going to go with the lead as well. So excellent presentation.
Thanks,
We
guys.
appreciate that. Do we do a letter or do we vote?
Transmit a letter.
We'll just letter. All right,
Is there
great.
anyone in the public that wants to speak?
Oh, that's right. I didn't do that the last
Checking
time,
it.
did I?
Yeah, I don't
Kev, we
think
got
so,
anybody
but
on
yeah.
Zoom?
No one on Zoom.
All right, great. All right, thank you. We will send a letter to planning.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you all very much.
See you later. Be good, man.
Hey, Dan, how you doing?
How you doing, Dan? Good. Good to see you.
Good luck. Thank you.
All right, have a good one.
Later.
All right, next on the agenda, we have 975 Flying Point Road.
Morning, Michael.
Good morning.
Michael Shannon, Furniture Science Research Associates, on behalf of the applicant. Just heard that there was no one on Zoom, but there may be someone on Zoom now for this application. Jason Kahn, who's the principal for the LLC that owns it. If not, I can also jump right into this.
Kevin, you got anybody?
Yeah, I got somebody.
Great.
I wasn't sure if my digital submission would make it, so I printed out some copies also, just in case.
I like that.
Great, thanks, Kevin.
I'll take a hard copy.
I'll take a hard copy too.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll pass them down. Thank you.
Pass it down like school.
Yep. And Michael, you had asked for a sample of the material that would be used for the trim. So this is actually a material by a company called Modern Mill. It's made from processed rice hulls. So it's a little bit more. Hey, Jason.
Hello.
Good morning.
How are you? Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry.
So this material is fully paintable, and it's also rot resistant. And if you wanted it's just some specs. But I think that one. Okay. So the last time the board requested an updated, kind of a dusk nighttime rendering, you also requested that we consider planting larger screening trees along and specify whether they are evergreen or not along the road and along the property line. So we have an updated landscape plan here that shows that 12 to 14 foot arborvitae would be planted along the property line, not in the right of way. Also, very important to note. And the rendering that was submitted also includes those there, so that helps to soften the view of the house from the road. So the first sheet here is the landscape plan, and then the second is the color did not come out as nice here, but this is a copy of the roof plan. The board had requested a lighting plan for this. So you'll see kind of little red dots along the edge there. Those are just little 2-inch lights, which there's a detail of, I think, on either the next sheet or the following. It's just so that people see where the edge is at night, and it just kind of outlines that. But it's the light faces down, and then along the edges here. Along here and around, there are fully shielded sconces.
Is that the yellow that I'm seeing?
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is the sconce that would be used in that case. And then the only other lighting that would be on the roof is actually in like the outdoor kitchen area, which are just some kind of track lighting that points down, which I have a image here. If you could scroll down. You're gonna have to pass it one more up. There we go. And you can kind of see it's just kind of an accent light. So in those images, you can see the light on the upper right one along the floor. There's a very faint light that's there. So it's just kind of under a countertop, so it's not anything that points up. And you can even see in the spec that the point of it is to point down at the floor. So none of the lights are going to be pointing out towards the water. Everything's just pointing either inside or not directly, or directly down at the ground. So between the landscape plan and the lighting plan, we're trying to help this keep the lighting within the site. We are keeping the lighting in the site. Everything is dark skies compliant, fully shielded, and then the landscape plan, we're showing also that the windows will be shaded, so there's not going to be a lot of light coming out of the house from those windows, and also the landscaping will help to kind of screen it from the road and from the water as well, and soften it a little bit. Jason, you have anything to add?
I think you covered most of it, Mike. Just one more addition to the cladding on the facing flying point, that we are going to paint that to match that weathered shingle color. So it'll all be harmonious and consistent with the rest of the house. Because it's paintable.
All right, that's it? Good, Mike?
That was it? Yeah.
All right, Mr. Taglia, putting this for you. So they came back with what we asked. You got the floor.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think this is a good representation. I appreciate the dark sky compliant fixtures and how you are handling the surface and path lighting. I think this is a good way of achieving it without having any light infiltrating or being visible. So it's, thank you for that. And thank you for the samples of the siding. I don't see any other issues. I think everything else has been carried, and I think the improvements were made. Thank you.
Great. Mr. Rumpf?
I have no issues at all.
Landscape,
Thank you. Yeah, everything's
they
fine.
did what we asked.
Sure, yep.
Thank you. Mr. Burke?
No, I appreciate them coming back with the changes we requested, but I don't think I'm going to have a vote to approve on this. I think the structure is just too massive. I don't like the roof line. There's a lot more flat roofs in that area. That's just
We can't
personal.
have a flat roof. We can't have a completely flat roof on this property because it is technically part of the Fordham subdivision. So as part of the HOA, we have to have gabled roofs.
In the covenant, really.
So even though that we do not benefit from the road and the interior parts of it, there's still the HOA covenant that is there. So, and actually the property to the west should have had it, and they chose to ignore it.
Does that covenant require the HOA approval of these plans as well? Like a formal approval by the board? Or not to that level?
Not to that level.
Okay. That's all I got, Mr. Wright.
Mr. Wright?
I'm going to go with the lead. I'm fine.
And Mr. Howland?
Again, I'm with the lead on this. I think they satisfied everything we asked in the last meeting.
All right, and I'm gonna go with the lead also. I really appreciate the rendering where you kind of did the nighttime one, because that was another one of our concerns. So I appreciate that. All right, so we're gonna put it to a vote then now. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve as submitted.
Do we hear a second?
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed?
Nay.
And Kevin, do we have anybody on Zoom?
No one on Zoom.
Okay, so it's carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anyone else want a copy of the details of that material? I just picked out a second one. Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Yep.
All right, next, 152 Trelawney Road, Bridgehampton.
Hey, Kelly, do you have an aerial? I'm trying to figure out where Trelawney Road is.
This property right here. Whoops. Hey, come back.
Can you
This is
go
right
out a
here.
little bit further?
Yeah, then I'll zoom out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Where are you? You're.
So, it's Montauk Highway.
Oh, so is that Kellis Pond? Yes,
Right there. So
that's
it's
Kellis Pond. Okay, yeah,
so you get there
from Ocean Road. it looks
Ocean
like.
Road, right? Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now I know where we are.
I kind of know. What road is that, Kelly? Right there, to the
Oh, no,
right.
it-
No,
that's-
it's not.
No, it's not. It's
Who's that?
is that Halsey?
That's
or-
what I was.
Halsey.
That's Halsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halsey.
Okay.
And what's that road right there?
He sounds
This
familiar with
is
it.
Trelawney.
That's it, right there.
Yeah.
So it's
That's
off
a
of Halsey.
subdivision.
Okay.
Kevin, anybody on, oh, we do. Oh, I can't, we can't hear you.
Is that better?
Yep, now it is.
Okay,
All right,
great. Sorry. Hi, I'm Rob Walton. I'm representing my client, the owner of 152 Trelawney Road. It's a 1.6 acre site. As you saw, Trelawney's a dead-end street off of Halsey Lane. This will be a private residence with a 3,800 square foot footprint, 400 square foot pool pavilion, tennis courts. I think you can see on there what we're proposing. Similar elevation in terms of like a traditional house with the two gabled front, mahogany siding, black windows, zinc standing seam metal roof. And then the pool paving in the back would be porcelain pavers. And then we had evergreen screening on the site plan on either side, kind of down both sides. It has a really small kind of entrance to the property. There's another site being developed just to the northeast of that plan, similar house and scale and look. You can see a view of the water on the back of Kellis Pond. Those solar panels are blue for some reason on the rendering, but that's what it wouldn't be a blue roof, obviously. That's the back view with the pool and spa. The fireplaces would be stucco, as well as the base of the building.
I thought he said dead end road.
Dead end, not private.
Yeah, it's a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, it's a dead end street.
Okay. How many houses are on it? I'm not sure.
5, I think, including ours and the one to the north.
Okay.
The adjacent property, which you can see just south of ours, she owns like a lot of land. So there's almost like a full lot between us and the house to the south.
All right, Rob, does that conclude your presentation?
Correct.
Okay. Mr. Rum?
Yeah.
Ms. Keys is not here, so
Okay.
can you handle this one?
Sure. I know that the survey shows some screening, but I can't read it. Can you show that survey, Kelly? We can't blow that up or anything like that, Kelly. So it doesn't show any, it shows screening on the other lot, but not on our lot.
Currently, everything right now that's in that green area, the lot has been cleared up to that point, basically.
But I understood that you talked about screening that you were
Oh,
proposing.
sorry, I was showing screening on our site plan on either side down both lengths and then in the front turn. So you kind of have the drive court in the front, and then the garage is actually like the service entrance is kind of off to the side.
Right.
It's like the north side of the plan.
Mm-hmm. I think, Rob, what I think we'd like to see is those identified by species, you know, what they are, you know. We're assuming they're evergreen, but we don't know that. So if you could update that plan to identify what those trees and shrubs are, it would be helpful for us.
Okay.
Just to make sure, because we're concerned with the impact, visual impact to the cul-de-sac from the street.
Sure.
There was a question. I believe it's that that road is a public right-of-way, correct?
I'm sorry?
Yeah, it looks like it because there's
Yeah.
a 50-foot right-of-way. Okay. So those are our concerns. I don't really have any concern with the architecture.
Okay, can we do maybe a conditional like we've done in the past? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
We'll go to everybody else and then we'll say that too.
Yeah, we can do that.
So you're good?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Burke?
Nothing further.
Mr. Wright?
I'm good with the house as it stands. I agree with Mr. Rumpf on the identifying the landscape.
Mr. Tagliavini?
I agree with the lead. No further comments.
And Mr. Halloran?
No further comments, Mr. Chair.
All right, so, Rob, I'm gonna also agree with the lead on that. What we're gonna do is we'll do a conditional approval on it. You're gonna send us, your landscape plan detailed, so we have species and heights.
Sure.
And then we can look at that, not go in a full board, scenario like we are now, and then keep it going. So, right now I'm gonna see, do we have a motion for this?
Yeah, I'll motion that, just what you said about the applicant submitting a more detailed landscape or planting plan, identifying the species of plants and their height, so that we can approve that plan, so the building department has that.
Do I hear a second?
I'll make the second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, so it's carried. Anybody
Thank you,
on
gentlemen.
Zoom for comments?
No one on
Take
Zoom.
that as a no. All right, so you know what you have to do, Rob. You got to send us that plan, and then we'll look at it right away, and then we'll get it back. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. Bye.
All right. 345 Great Hill Road, North Sea. Joe, this is going to be you.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Mike Stetson, M&M Custom Homes. Putting up the third structure on Great Hill Road. I sent you there's a little change with the rendering and the plan, so I gave you the footprint also. We just pulled the right side of the house out, so changes with the rendering. There might be an extra one.
All right, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Typical Hampton house with the flat roof and ATDM. I got a color change also on as we had white down, but it's gonna be gray. Of the review.
Where'd you guys doing? You were doing another house in there too,
We
right?
did three of them.
You did
and
three of
this
them
will
now.
be the third one.
This is the third. Other three are completed now.
The
Two
other two are finished staging, yep.
one's a little different than the other two, right?
Yeah, yes, if you look in the front on the plan, we pulled the front of the house out. On the picture, it shows the front of the house is pushed in. And this one on the right side is pulled out.
Yeah.
Stucco stone and hardy plank. Everything's on a dark gray scale. I got the black bands around the top and the bottom. Black garage door, black windows, black front door. All Schuco windows and doors.
I don't see any issues with the architecture. I can't remember what we did on the other lots in terms of just making sure that there was a landscaping plan or.
The only one that we had an issue with was the first lot because it's up against Great Hill Road. These are set back from it. So the last one, we didn't have anything, lot 3, 347. And I have 850 18-footers coming. So it's lining lot 1, which is up against Great Hill Road, between 1 and 2, and between 2 and 3.
Right.
And it's heavily
3
wooded,
on
right?
the far side is up against the reserve, so I'm not gonna put that out there. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it open to that.
I don't have anything else, Mr. Chairman, and recommend approval.
Mr. Rowe?
I have no issues, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Wright?
No, I think it's a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Tagliavia?
No additional comments.
No additional comments, Mr. Chairman.
And I don't have any other additional comments either. We're gonna go with the lead. So, do I hear a motion?
I'll make that motion to approve as submitted.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Any comments from Zoom?
No one on Zoom.
All right, so it's carried. Thanks, Mike, for coming in.
Good luck, man.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
You too.
Motion to adjourn?
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second. Motion is made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.
Next meeting is
The 19th.